I have a little teeny brush. I'm going to do a 3D thing and move it towards you like that. And I have a little container of acid-free PVA glue. And on the table, we have a beautiful ketubah, which is a Jewish marriage contract. And we framed a lot of these, but this one presents a challenge. A ketubah is usually a layer of little paper cuts, which this one is, and you put them on top of each other, and you get this wonderful layering effect. You get all this design stuff. Well, the thing about this one is, as you're going to see right now, it is not glued together. So there's no way to frame it without making this whole thing one piece. So when I come back in a minute, you're going to see it all spread out, and I'm going to start gluing it together. Okay, so I'm breaking this down into its pieces. Top layer. And unfortunately, I can't wear gloves when I do this. Oop. Second layer. All right, as I said, we're going to show it to you all spread out, and here it is, all the different parts. And in the first video, we were showing it to you upside down. Trust me, when we frame it, we'll get it right. So that's the top layer. Hard to see in the video because it's white. That's the second layer. That's the third layer. And this is the bottom or fourth layer. So now what has to happen is this has to be lined up absolutely perfectly. And I don't know if I said it before, but boy, would it be nice if they cut the bottom layer a teeny bit smaller than the top. Now I can see a little bit of green there. And one thing you're dealing with when you have different kinds of paper, they expand and contract at different rates with humidity. And so, given that, these may never quite line up. Get right there. A little more this way. It's going to be a long afternoon, guys. Okay, I think that's lined up. So the next step is, I'm going to put this here and a weight here. And here's the thing, there is no going back. So it has to be perfect. All right, so now that this is lined up, I'm going to pick this up and put a few dabs of the PVA glue without dripping any on the background paper. And I can see a teeny bit of that green popping through right there. I don't know if I can get rid of that without having it pop out somewhere else. Oops. Well, you get the idea. When I'm ready to glue it, I think we'll come back. it's all glued down. It was a little nerve-wracking, but here it is. And now I have to cut a series of slots in the back here for the through hinge. And that's what this is for. I'm going to lay this over here. You probably can't see it in the video, but in real life, you can see right through the paper. And this is where I want my through hinges to be. These are the through hinges. And what's going to happen is these will get moistened with a little distilled water. The piece will be put down on it with not too heavy weights to make sure it bonds. And then the piece will be attached to the board. But the nice thing about this is all this tape, it's taped in from behind. If something ever happened to the board or you wanted to do some conservation on the piece, you undo this tape and the whole piece will lift right out. Okay, the Ketubah has been beautifully glued together into one piece. It's headed off to the wedding to be signed and enjoyed. And here it is with protective mylar over it. And I think this is going to be beautiful. The Ketubah has returned from the wedding. Our clients did a great job. It came back spotless. Everyone signed it. And it's now in its frame and ready to go home.